Today, guys, we're gonna talk about one of the biggest bestsellers of all time in the fragrance industry, something that really revolutionized perfumery. It's Angel Thierry Mugler. So whether you absolutely hate it or you love it, you might be interested in the story. I will tell you my favorite and we're gonna compare all the ones that you can get in the market, which one is the best. Right, I hope this video is gonna help you. My name is Clemence. I talk about fragrance. Welcome back. Thierry Mugler really did a revolution with Angel. He actually really did. The fragrance one was launched 32 years ago in 1992, exactly like some kind of a French person you're watching right now. It is considered as to be the first modern gourmand fragrance in the fragrance industry. And we talk about modern because it was especially use of ingredients like an overdose of patchouli, plus praline, plus cotton candy, lots of things like this that was not at all popular before 1992. Nothing compared to any smell that you can smell back in the day, except the fact that it was a powerhouse, and that is something that was very common in the 1990s, 1980s. People liked when it was really strong, for sure. The perfumer is Olivier Crespe, but there was also another perfumer that worked with him back in the day on that creation, is Yves de Chirin. So Olivier Crespe is known to be a bit the daddy of gourmand, the daddy. Poor thing. Angel is really well known by this star bottle. Angel Fragrances is worth $280 million in annual sales. This is roughly, obviously, in 2011. It was the 5th best-selling perfume in USA, and it's quite noticeable because USA is massive, but also in France it was really big. Once it actually went over Chanel No. 5 in terms of sales, and you know in France how much we love our Chanel No. 5. Well, actually, Coco Mademoiselle is the most popular. Thierry Mugler was a photographer, a stylist, he did many things, and all of his fashion shows are really avant-garde, futuristic usually, and he wanted the fragrance to really represent that. Angel has an unusually high concentration of 30% of patchouli. They did that basically to balance this candy floss accord that was maybe a little bit too much. So rather than made it candy-like, you push the patchouli, it had some density, strength, but also like interesting depth, and this is something that you didn't have, especially in the feminine fragrances. It's not usually the kind of floral fragrance for women, you know, it's totally different, and I think that's why it worked, because it was really extravagant, unexpected. It's all about audacity. When you wear a Thierry Mugler fragrance, usually you can smell someone wearing that fragrance from miles and miles away. It also kind of made a revolution because of the fountain to refill the fragrances. I remember back in the days, my first internship in perfumery, I was like, oh, I so wanted to refill an Angel with my hands, you know, and I thought it was like crazy because we never saw that before. So they were very in advance for the time. First one is Angel Eau de Parfum Classic. So this is really the one that we just talked about, the 1992 version.
Beware of angels.
Good ones, bad ones.
It's a sweet, patchouli, fruity fragrance, like cotton candy at the beginning, coconut, melon. It's an overdose of ingredients. Really, this is something that is characteristic of the 90s fragrance. So it gives you a little bit of a soup, a lot of honey as well, and that's why it feels a bit sticky and heady. Red berries, plum, jasmine, of course, in the heart, and definitely dry down in patchouli, chocolate, so praline kind of note, caramel, vanilla. So a huge gourmand and patchouli bomb that is really heady, very intoxicated. For some people, really addictive. If you go for that fragrance, you're definitely someone that don't want to smell like everyone else. You want your fragrance to be smelled from miles away, and you're not really shy. You like the edgy touch of Angel, and that's why we go for it. And personally for me, that is still my favorite. My aunt was wearing that, and it was my ultimate dream in life when I was a child, to wear this fragrance and to rock it and have like a little bit of a Samantha Jones kind of look, like in Sex and the City. That was my ultimate dream in life. For some people, this fragrance is the ultimate terror. Not really great for some people that don't like to smell overpowering scents. So you need to be always mindful when you spray your Angel. The good thing is like it's eternal. It lasts forever. The projection is incredible. You can't complain about this. So really, it has its own public. It's very polarizing. It's or hate on an absolute love forever for the rest of your life. For me, it's the love, but I totally get it why a lot of people are repulsed by this fragrance. Then we have Angel Eau de Toilette. That is the 2019 edition, this one. So the one that you can buy at the moment, that's this one here. Created by Louis Turner, the perfumer behind Good Girl, Carolina Herrera, I Want You Forever, Lost Cherry, Tom Ford. You know, usually I don't really talk about perfumer when I talk about designer fragrance, because behind the creation of the fragrance, usually you have a brief that is given by the brand to the perfumer or the manufacturer, like for example Givaudan. Givaudan did mainly the classic Angel, by the way. The brief is really strong. It has to match everything about the brand, the identity, and usually designer, they know exactly what they like, and the perfumer doesn't really have like its own word to say, you know, they do their job, you know, at the end of the day. Whereas in niche perfumery, they have a little bit more creativity, so it makes sense to talk about perfumer, but here not really. But what you can see is that Louis Turner was really working with fragrances that are usually quite heavy. This is still a great creation. It's peony, mandarin, so it opens fresh and flowery, and peony smells really like a heavy romantic floral note. Because of that, it feels a little bit more feminine, and I feel that the Eau de Parfum has this unisex touch that is more easy to wear for a man or anyone, to be honest. Whereas this for me feels more fresh and feminine. The praline, the apple, red berries, patchouli keep the DNA of the original, which I really like, because for me, if you go for an Angel, I want to smell like the 1992 edition. This one is more modern. They made the formula more simple, and I feel like it's really a great alternative for some people that liked it but didn't want to smell the overpowering smell of the original. And to be fair, I feel that the first whiff of the fragrance are very strong as usual, but it dried down very light and soft. So for someone that is really used to the longevity of the classic, you might get disappointed, because I was. I still love that a lot, and I think it's great to open the fragrance to a larger public. It's definitely more versatile. You can wear that during summer, during winter, whatever. It's a great signature scent if you prefer, and it's still kind of edgy as well, because it's something that you really don't smell everywhere. Then we have Angel Nova that was launched in 2020. Sonia Constant, LAK fragrances, Quentin Bush, a lot of Amouage, and Louis Turner as well. The fragrance smells like lychee, raspberry, damask rose. It's a rose that smells like fresh, very fresh compared to other rose, and it has hints of honey. Honey was part of the classic DNA. It's a nice reminder, and it gives a little bit that touch of honey that you're looking for when you smell Angel. The base that is Aquilaga wood. It really makes sense when you see who created it, because Quentin Bush, especially in Amouage, loves Aquilaga wood. But what is this? It's basically derived of patchouli oil. Again, makes sense because of the original patchouli DNA. It's also mixed with agarwood, and agarwood is oud, so it's like a very mysterious, mystical kind of accord. To give a little bit of a depth to the fragrance, for me it's full of fruit, and especially lychee. And lychee for me smells a bit like a fancy shower gel, so really the fragrances smell a bit like that to me, and it can, for some noise, feel a bit cheaper. It's very appealing. For me, it's definitely for a younger audience, or at least, you know, something nice and easy that you can wear for spring, summer, because it's gonna refresh, it's gonna feel happy, it's gonna give you a good mood, more light-hearted. You know, I smell it once and I'm like, yeah, whatever, you know, like next. Especially an Angel line, I have high expectation. I want something a bit more edgy. This is not edgy to me. It's nicely done. It's a pretty fragrance, very pretty, but for me, it's a bit disappointed. Still like it though, but I'm not the public. Next is Angel Elixir from 2023. So that's the latest creation. Changed totally of manufacturer because usually it's been Givaudan, if I'm correct. Now it's IFF. And you have perfumer from IFF that created that fragrance, Anne Filippo. She's known for doing like the Irresistible line from Givenchy, for example. She's great into light-hearted florals. I'm not gonna put her in that category, but she does a lot of those kind of florals. La Vie est Belle, for example. Like, you have also Domiti, Michel Lambertier, known for doing the flower bomb. Toy to Pearl recently, perfect for Mike Jacob, for really nice fragrances in the feminine range. You can really see a turning point with Angel Elixir. This fragrance does not appeal to people that usually like Angel. If you never liked Angel, you're gonna love this. The fragrance is Pink Pepper. Pink Pepper opens in like fizzy, pepperish note. It's not overpowering. It really gives like a popular fizzy appeal to the scent. A floral heart, and you really smell for me the jasmine that is very powerful. It's creamy white floral. Have a bit of sandalwood, vanilla, amber. So to be fair, it feels like a very classic woman's fragrance. I like it, it's nice, it's a floral, white floral scent, done. It's very far from Angel Classic or Angel Eau de Toilette, even the Nova. It doesn't really target us that like Angel, and I think it's a little bit like, I find it a little bit offensive. This is not the essence of Angel. Thierry Mugler didn't do Angel to smell like everyone else. You want to have like a crazy look to go with it, nice dress, like, you know, have fun, you know. This is not fun at all. One thing you can expect from Elixir usually in her head is like better projection, better longevity. None of this. It's good, huh? It's all right. Medium longevity, medium projection. But is it what you expect from a heavier fragrance with higher concentration? No. I'm really disappointed about this fragrance. If I picture Angel Elixir, I would like to take, for example, what made the fragrance what it is now, which is patchouli, gourmand accords. I want to have an overdose of this in the Elixir. Even put me like a Bugusino, you know, like to give a twist, like, but I want to smell only that. I don't want to smell a white floral as an Elixir. I want to smell base note. Heavy base note. You're gonna put more money in a fragrance that is supposed to be highly concentrated and you give me a white floral scent? I think that's crazy. I would recommend it as a nice floral for someone that like non-offensive fragrance, a popular release, or someone that doesn't like this range. So it's clever in a way that, oh yes, now the Angel line can attract everyone. But is it what you're looking for in Thierry Mugler? No. I hope this video helped you to see which Angel you might like. I really hope in your years to come, if they decide to do other flanker, which is gonna happen because it's super selling, I just really hope they would go to something edgier. Even if they change the DNA, give me something different. Give me a Thierry Mugler vibe, you know, please. If you watch this video until the end, you can type the word Elixir in the comments. A huge thank you to the latest super thanks for the people that are willing to give a little bit of their time and money for me. Like, I mean, it's huge, and you know, sometimes I feel like I really don't deserve it. So thank you so much. You know, don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you're new here. YouTube is removing subscription sometimes, so double check today down here if you subscribe and you have your little bell activated. That would be very helpful. Right, have a lovely day and see you soon. Bye now.